It all began in a cold, dark shed in the middle of the night. It was nearly 3 a.m. when the man put the finishing touches on a machine he believed would change the world. Every bolt had been planned and replanned in his mind for months. Every last detail had been considered and reconsidered. Except for one, the most important one. For months, as the individual pieces were brought into the small brick barn behind his rented home, the man who would indeed change the world forgot that the whole was greater than the sum of the parts, literally. For when Henry Ford was finally ready to test his machine, it was too big to get through the doors of his shed. In a fashion typical to Americans, who since the earliest days have been defined by a certain brash, impatient character, Henry Ford grabbed a sledgehammer and beat the walls down to get his soon-to-be famous device on the road. The next morning, his landlord was enraged at the damage, until he saw the quadricycle. Indeed, in that one moment of invention and exuberance, one can come to understand a broader truth that has been the hallmark of the American character for generations. We are a nation of dreamers and doers, a nation of bravado and delivery, a nation defined by a can-do spirit that has at once inspired and confounded the rest of the world. Throughout the 100-plus years of the Ford Motor Company, and indeed the American automobile industry, we can read many storylines that point to the essence of what America is all about. One can find all the drama and excitement, all the triumph and success that have made us who we are today. This is the story not just of an American company, but rather it is the story of an institution that continues to redefine the world in the 21st century. It's a story of grit and guts, passion and perseverance, innovation and imagination, and that uniquely American entrepreneurial spirit, born in its remarkable founder and alive today in the new pioneers that are recrafting the wheels of the world in the most complex and competitive industry on earth. It is the story of an enlightened strategy that not only prepared the company for the financial impact of a global recession, but included the restructuring of its worldwide enterprise and the rollout of the most extensive and revolutionary array of new products in its history. A strategy built around an unprecedented coalition of employees throughout the world, hundreds of suppliers, and thousands of loyal dealers carrying the Ford and Lincoln Mercury banner across America, all energized and committed like never before. It is the story of an extraordinary technology revolution that has quietly taken place in the research and development, design, and engineering laboratories at Ford. A revolution in design and styling, in safety, in quality and reliability, fuel efficiency and sustainability, and in smart car computer electronics that are truly exciting today's customers. This is the story of Ford, the man, the company, and importantly, a band of revolutionaries that are betting it all, defying all the odds, and in doing so are not only leading an historic, proud, and critically important American industry through unprecedented economic turmoil, but are reestablishing American automotive leadership and reinventing the world's automobiles for the 21st century.
I want to be part of the team that can look back and when I retire someday and say, you know what, we helped polish the oval and restore Ford Motor Company to its rightful place atop the American road.
So we really made a blood pact, if you will, that says we want to be best in quality, we want to be consistent, we want to make sure that we start every meeting with, how are we doing in quality?
And I think that the one thing that will separate the winners from the losers is how well you execute and how well you stay focused on the customer.
And that's exactly what's happening at the Ford Motor Company. What they see is the bottom is behind them. They have a vision and a hope for the future that extends well beyond the current time, and that's why they're being so successful in doing what they're doing.
That Ford is holding nothing back. We are going to be the premier car company out there. We are not reserved in any way. It really says that Ford's willing to take on any segment, and we believe we can win in any segment. We can win here. We can win in any segment.
Ford is in a whole nother game because they have the outside guy, and he came in like a freight train from Kansas, like the Sunshine Express. When he walked in the door, he knew where he was going, and he took everyone with him, and it is absolutely infectious.
This is a very exciting time for Ford and everybody associated with Ford because of the success we're having implementing this new compelling vision for Ford. You know, of one Ford, a complete family of vehicles, cars, utilities, and trucks, small, medium, and large, being best in class in quality, fuel efficiency, safety, and the very best value. It is an exciting time for everybody. They know they're associated with a company that's making the finest cars and trucks in the world right now.